All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another Droppin'Baums video with me, Corey Baumeister, your host. We're going to be playing ourselves another elemental video here. I know I've kind of done a decent amount of these, but there are a lot of modern videos, or excuse me, modern events coming up this weekend. There's the NRG series in Minneapolis, as well as just, plenty of challenges, all that kind of stuff. So I figured since I'm only able to make one video this week, as I am testing for the Streets of New Capenna Championship, since I will be commentating with Ailey Loney, I didn't have a lot of time to make a lot of YouTube videos or stream or anything like this. So this is unfortunately my only YouTube video of the week, but have no fear, after this event ends, I'll be trying to get back to that once a day YouTube video. So sorry about the little bit of distance that it's been since my last video, but trust me, I'll be back in full force here after I get done testing for this, very demanding event. So thanks for understanding that. But I did really want to, one, bring this deck to people's attention because I do think it's the best deck in Modern right now. And I'm not going to say by a wide margin, it's so insane, because that's not Modern. Modern is so close right now. There's like 6 decks that you can, if you play one of those 6 decks at a very high level, you're going to be able to compete with this deck and in some cases have a good matchup, I wrote an in-depth sideboard guide that I have in my Patreon below of the top 13 matchups that are being played right now. And I'll give you a little spoiler. 10 of them are good matchups. One of them is the mirror. And then there's 2 bad ones. And that's the top 13 matchups right now. And as I was writing that out, especially with some of the new sideboard tech that I have, and the fact that I think this deck is finally getting to its final form. I've been making changes with this ever since SCG Dallas, and I learned so much. That was my first event with this deck. Even after that first event, luckily our savior Autumn Burchett saved the day and just made a much better deck than I played. And now Autumn, I guess, just isn't playing as much Modern, maybe not making content on elementals, or I'm sure she would have just, had a better list than me still to this day, because she's amazing. But I do believe with how much I've been tweaking it over the weeks, I think it's basically close to, if not at its final form, where I just think this is the best deck. I think there is other ways to build it where you can be better against my 2 problem matchups that I list. Burn and Tron is, for instance, what I talk about in the Patreon, and I go into detail about what I would have to do to make those matchups good. It comes with a cost. It comes with a great sacrifice. You can check that out in the Patreon. But let's talk about the deck here. So the big change from my previous videos, we added some more money. Just what everybody wants in this Modern deck. You want the best deck to just cost thousands and thousands of dollars. Yeah, okay, I will apologize for that, because you know what? I don't always want to be just being like, the best deck is the deck that costs the most money. I want my patrons to be able to play a deck that's within their price range. But right now, this is the deck I connect with. This is the deck that I think is the best. So, Regavans were in place of Utopia Sprawl. Utopia Sprawl ended up being a card that you had to side out against control or, a plethora of matchups where ramping wasn't that important. Mid-range slogfest as well, that kind of happens. And that just means to me that it's not that great of a card, and there's got to be something better. Ragavan does the same thing sometimes. Maybe connects once, maybe connects twice, creates 2 treasures. That's about the value you get out of Utopia Sprawl. But the ceiling on Ragavan is through the roof. The nut draw with Ragavan, I'm going to walk you through this because this happened to me once. It was absurd. And after I did this, I'm like, book Ragavan in my deck from now on. It is now an honorary elemental, and I will not be going any ways away from 4 of them in the deck. I went turn 1 Ragavan. I played a second land. I ran in 6 to blocker. I attacked. Got a treasure. They did something or nothing important. I went return a land, play it. So that was land 3. Attack with, I'm butchering this story. So I have 2 lands, Ren, Ragavan, and a treasure in play. I attack with Ragavan. I get a second treasure. I ran back a fetch land. I use that 4 mana to play Omnath. Fetch land, out a Solitude or a Fury or something. And then I had the 1 extra mana from connecting with Ragavan to ephemerate Omnath to get an extra card. And I was like, okay, this is turn 3. That is disgusting. So I was a pretty big fan, and I think that's the main reason to play it. And there's also matchups where it's just unbelievably better than Utopia Sprawl. All the control decks, Tron, anything where they don't interact with it too well. The only thing that I found that I actually take it out, and once again, this is in the sideboard guide, is Yawgmoth on the draw. We trim a few. And, like, they're not great there, but they can still be very good. And on the play, they're actively great. If you go Ragavan, they go Young Wolf, and you go Prismatic Ending, they're Young Wolf and attack, it's already great value, you know? But that is the matchups where it's the worst in, and it's still fine. So as far as the mana base, I did make one change. I got the Bant land out for the Nile land. Jetmir's Garden is in. Because if we just look at our curve for 1s and 2s, Jetmir Garden just makes a lot more sense. We are really a green-red deck now when we have Ragavan, and the blue cards only come in at 3 or later, which most fetch lands can get those. Not a big deal. For the most part, we don't want to be fetching a Triumph turn 1 anyways, because we want to be playing Ragavan. So it's a lot of Sacred Foundry or Forest for Oath or Abundant Growth. Then we have the 3 Ephemerates. I don't want to go higher, don't want to go lower on this. Just being able to blink Fury and Solitude and have those kind of absurd draws, as well as dodge removal, or even have Magus in play. They go to dismember it from Tron or something, and you have the Ephemerate to save it. Something like that can just end the game. You don't always have that luxury, because sometimes you just have to jam on 3, but, you know, that's another point. No Lightning Bolt, just playing 2 Unholy Heats. There's a big reason to keep 2 Unholy Heats, even though they haven't been amazing for me. Amulet Titan is on the rise, and I have a nice spicy sideboard card that is very good against Amulet, and as I did my sideboard guide, it came in against like 6 matchups. So I just pretty sure I thought I found the final piece for the sideboard guide. We'll talk about that in a sec, but it helps with our Delirium count as well for Unholy Heat. 4 Abundant Growth, 1 Oath of Nissa. I went down on Oath, even though it's like my favorite card ever. But there's a lot of, non-creature land planeswalkers. I added 3 enchantments to the board. It's just a possibility of missing with this as I'm getting more focused on spells in the sideboard. More hate cards for certain matchups that I think I was siding out 1 so often in my sideboard guide that I ended up just cutting 1 to add the Prismatic Ending back to the main. I had 3. The card's just too good. So we're playing 4. 4 Ren and 6, best card in the deck. Nothing to even say about it. It's the best card in the deck. It's really incredible. 4 Eladamri's Call. This is the make my bad matchups good card. I usually hate this style of card where, you pay 2 mana to cantrip for a specific thing. In Modern, that's usually what it's not all about. But if you look at matchups like Tron, Living End, those are the main ones that stick out to me. There's more that I talk about in the Patreon, but it's being able to just on turn 2 fetch up something like Endurance for Living End or Magus of the Moon for any big mana deck. Amulet Titan's another one of them. It ends up making your bad matchups good, which is big mana and combo. So, really important stuff. We also have a Meddling Mage on the board for like calibrated blast bullshit and stuff like that, where Eladamri's Call is just awesome. You'll notice that we side out Eladamri's Call, like all 4 of them in the sideboard guide a decent amount. Those are the good matchups. Those are the great matchups. And it just means we don't need one specific creatures. All our creatures are good, kind of thing. 1 Magus of the Moon. I still love this in the main deck, even though I've seen other people start to cut it. It just helps out against those really, really, really bad matchups, and it can just be a free win machine. And, Tron, Amulet, those kind of decks just really, really rely on winning game 1 and then squeaking out one of the post-board games when people bring in a lot of hate. If you can steal a game 1, it's hard to lose, so that's the philosophy of that. Endurance, I added a second one just because it's so good against Murktide, Death Shadow, anything with DRC, basically. But also great against Living End, so it was a one-of just to search for that, but I'm never sad drawing this card. 4 Teferi, great against Cascade decks, bad against big mana, just a good card overall. Risen Reef and Omnath, this is the core of the deck. This is what gives you this huge over-the-top value. Omnath being, the second best card next to Ren. And then a full set of Solitudes, Fury, and Prismatic Ending as our removal, which just makes us really good against aggro decks. We'll get to the sideboard. We'll start with 3 Chalice. This is just for our Cascade decks, mostly Living End. Rhinos, we beat the crap out of them. It's a beating. Whatever deck I end up finding as like my favorite deck just ends up just destroying Rhinos. It's just Death Shadow and this, and they both just had really good matchups. But I do think Rhinos is actually a pretty good deck outside of this matchup. I'm sure there's others where it's not great, but we have Emrakul for those big grindy matchups. The Bird because we're a Yorion deck. Meddling Mage for a decent amount of things. Comes in against Cascade decks. Calibrated Blast, it's the MVP. And that's a good enough reason. A lot of people are playing that deck, even though I think it's pretty bad. 2 Dovin's Vetoes for a plethora of cards. Once again, listed in my Patreon. 2 more Endurance. Great against all the DRC decks. Living End as well. 2 more Veils. Any kind of counter spells or disruption. They kind of go in together, to be honest. And then the one I want to talk about the most, Dress Down. This is the card that this sideboard has been missing. And it took me so long to realize it. And I felt pretty stupid for not realizing it. Because you know what? Elementals has this shade over it where it's like, yeah, Dress Down is so good against Elementals. And it is. It's great. It's the card I least want to see. Dress Down's so good against other Elementals decks that you just think like, well, I can't have it in my sideboard. But it's not the same as like, having Chalice for 1 when you have a bunch of 1-drops. Because Dress Down goes away. Dress Down is an instant speed answer to your opponent's stuff. And then it goes away and then you do your Elemental stuff. So I was playing Aether Gust because I was playing against so much Amulet Titan. I'm like, I got to do something. I'm just playing against it a ton. So I'm like, all right, well, let's try something. And then I'm like, wait, what about Dress Down? It's still great against this, Jund, good against Yogg, but mainly it is an Amulet Titan deck, but it also is great against, you guessed it, the Mirror Match, which is becoming more popular because people are realizing that this deck is completely obscene and it's the best deck in Modern. For instance, Elementals took 1st and 2nd in the last challenge last weekend. Kind of no surprise at this point. It's just people are figuring it out. So having some sideboard tech for the mirror seems very valuable right now. So Dress Down being able to come into play in response to an Omnath, in response to a Risen Reef, Primeval Titan. Primeval Titan's the big one. They go Prime Time, you go Dress Down, and then at end step it goes away. That adds another count to Delirium, and you can do something like Unholy Heat the Titan, and then you drew a card for your Aether Gust, and that's all it is. It's like Aether Gust puts it on top, so they have to use their mana again. Who cares if they have to use their mana? They kill you. They kill you right away. So if you play Dress Down and then don't have an answer for the Titan the next turn, and then they kill you, you're going to be like, wow, well, Aether Gust would have been better. They would have had to tap mana. It's like, yeah, they would have had to turn their card sideways and then kill you. So it's still a better card in that matchup, and that alone sold me on it. But then go take a peek at that sideboard guide. Sorry, I'm mentioning it so many times. But I brought it in against a lot of matchups where I'm just like, oh my God, this card is kind of the key that I think really completed the sideboard of this deck. So, all right, let's battle. All right, let's battle for round number 1. All right, playing ourselves my favorite deck. I would like to select Yorion. Any companion from them? It does not look like it. So, yeah, this hand definitely fits the criteria of a keep. It has 2 land and Ren. If it was just, these 3 cards, you would keep. So, a no-brainer here. We even get the 1 of Oath as a little value trigger. Now, if we are up against Tron or something, we would actually like to keep Boseiju. So, I am going to go with this. And now we can either get blue-green or white-green. And it doesn't matter if we don't find another land because Oath does cast Ren. So don't get too caught up on needing red here. So blue-green or white-green? Probably blue-green since we have Risen Reefs. That we do need mana for. All right, so the Breeding Pool. Let's play the Oath. We still don't mind a land, but we don't need it. Okay, so here is the problem. If we're up against the Thoughtseize deck, we could lose on the spot if we pick this Teferi, but it is our best card. So now it's just a dilemma. I'm going to take Stopping Ground to be safe here, just because also if, because we're going to get so much value with Risen Reefs. But, 1 for Thoughtseize, 2 if we're playing against Tron, we just win the game with the Boseiju here. And I think that's worth it. Forest. None of those things happened. I wish I took Teferi. Okay. Destroy target or non-basic land. Okay, bummer. All right. The jig is up. Okay, so I think just Ren here. Yeah, kind of a no-brainer. If they put it on a duel, I would probably destroy a land of theirs. All right, here's one of these. Now, next turn, we're going to be hoping we hit a land off Risen Reef. That way we could go Omnath into fetch land, have 5 mana on turn 4. But we'll see. They're off to a good start. They could be playing... And we could get Blood Mooned right now. That would be bad. That would be bad. If we get Magus of the Moon, we'll be able to deal with it. But yeah, Blood Moon would be quite bad. Dang it. Okay, well, we gotta draw a forest, I guess. But we also have our Planeswalkers available. You know, we can still cast Teferi, which isn't nothing, but yeah. We really couldn't have done much about it. Like, we couldn't have got a basic green, even if Blood Moon was on my radar immediately. So, kind of nothing we can do. The one nice thing, we're a little better against Blood Moon now these days with this new version, because we just have Ragavan as well, you know? So, that ends up being quite strong. We're still going to need to find something here, though, for sure. A forest and we're online. Oh, that's a problem. That is a problem. Panza, huh? Who still plays this deck? Apparently our opponent. Okay, so Teferi would be pretty good. Also, Ragavan would be good. Those are our draws. Tilt. All right. So, we'll do this on nothing. And we'll say go. Man, our first game, we're just going to get Blood Mooned out of the game. Lame. I guess we got crazy punished for not picking that Teferi and picking that Stomping Ground. So punished. We could not have been more punished for that decision. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say I stand by it, but, you know, it could have been land Thoughtseize, and we would have been like, God, we got so punished for taking the Teferi, you know? I mean, so it's kind of tough. You just kind of have to pick a lane. And I don't play against many Blood Moons, and I play against a decent amount of Thoughtseize. So right there, that's enough. Okay. Not the biggest deal here. We do have the answer for this. Yep. Now, no point in evoking now, because maybe we top deck a Fury ourselves. Yeah, it's like that Ren is literally doing nothing, so who cares? Alrighty. Boink. Oh, hello. Hello, Forest. Okay. So, now we are online. Let's play this Forest. Okay. So now let's go green, red, and I think I'm actually going to tap this for red. Nah, I want to get a basic plains just in case. So green, red, and Boseiju this Blood Moon. Boseiju Blood Moon. That was sweet. That was really sweet. I forgot, we had Forest as an out too. Okay, so now 3 cards. Omnath is probably going to take over the game starting next turn. Now let's get a Plains. And go blue, green, Risen Reef. Fury. Okay. I don't think we necessarily want to cast that right now. And I got to keep Omnath, and I want to keep Prismatic Ending as well. So we're going to have to hit this. We do get a little value off this, of course. Second Boseiju, huh? We do have Prismatic Ending already now, so we don't really need this. But if we go Omnath with our 4 mana, playing Boseiju plus a fetch land guarantees we get the extra mana. So I'm going to put this into my hand. Okay. And then we're going to say go. All right, we got to play Magic. I like Magic. Now, if they have it again, you know, it's going to be annoying, but not the end of the world. But, yeah, this is still going to be a big turn. Lightning Bolt. You going to bolt the reef? It's a lot of lightning bolts. At least they have the great art. They are smart. Not playing it. So probably another Fury. Oh, okay. Okay. Sure. We're going to pop off next turn, though. Almost assuredly. If they play Blood Moon, it's going to be annoying, though. Then we'll be doing less popping off. Like, much less. That would be bad. Oh, thank God. Woo! That would have been annoying. All right, now we're going to pop off once again. What are they discarding? Fury, Chandra. Those are good cards, especially since I'm going to ideally be dealing with Chandra next turn. All right, we're cooking. Let's go. Let us go. All right, so red, blue, Omnath. Okay, now we'll play this, get some mana, or get some life. Okay, I think I probably just want blue. Well, depending if they kill this, that would be bad. Okay, so I can get that basic island. Then I'm going to get 4 mana, so I cannot Fury. I kind of want to use that 4 mana to deal with Chandra. And then I could just play Ren. Prismatic Ending for 4 and then play Ren seems like a pretty solid play. And for that to happen... Yeah, I mean, I can still get the island and do that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we use that 4 mana. To hit this. And everyone's yelling, no, you can't cast Run now, Core! Remember the oath. Remember, I took an oath to be able to play Planeswalkers in weird ways. All right, so now we're going to get back that Flooded Strand to set up our Omnath turn. Don't need Boseiju much anymore. Right now, Blood Moon actually helps us out, so... Now remember, this game we don't have Yorion, though, which is a true problem. But we dealt with the most problematic cards here now, so... Still not out of the woods, because, you know, 1 Fury on Omnath, and then kill Ren. They're right back in it. So we hope they don't have, what, 3rd Fury? Didn't they exile 1? Yeah. Or no, I think they revealed that. I don't know. They either have 2 or 1 Fury left in their deck. Gets back a land. I like tapping 1 green. Arbor Elf resolves. Resolves. Oh, sorry, I just realized my scene is not set up correctly for my YouTube videos. That's my bad, y'all. Let me just get this. It's been so long since I've YouTubed. Alright. I was like, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. What of it? Okay, sorry about that, y'all. There we go. Get these out of there. Can't do that. Okay, so let's play some Magic. I mean, we're going to absolutely pop off. That's a fact. So let's start by playing the Reef. Now we'll have to deal with Ren if we want to keep our Reef, which I do. Don't care about that, but whatever. All right, so here's this. Gonna gain some life. Here's this. I'm going to get some mana. Then I'm going to play Fury. And let's deal with this and this. Sure, take some damage. And we could kill something else or just get a land back. Let's get a Boseiju back. And we'll just say go. We're not trying to get frisky. We will win the game over time. They have this Gruul deck, while it is very powerful, it doesn't have one of those over-the-top things. So, like, I'll win the game without attacking because they'll concede because I'll bury them in advantage, you know? So, no need to get aggressive and maybe lose a Ren or, I don't know, you know. I could attack too, but I don't want them to quadruple block and kill Omnath. They might just concede right now. Risen Reef is dead. Okay. I'm gonna Eladamri's Call, I think just for a Risen Reef. Yeah, sure. Zarif. If you already got Omnath and you don't really need too much value, kind of just go with this. So we'll tick up on Flooded Strand. Now, nothing great we can do with our mana, unfortunately. But we can attack with Fury now. Okay. Now, since we have the mana, we might as well do this. Just tap lands. We don't want to actually get our Triomes because we would rather draw those because then we can cycle. So just get tap lands, duels, thin out our deck. We're only playing a Ren. We're only playing Regavan. Boring turn from us, but whatever. We don't need too much help. And now we'll keep stocking up 2 lands like that from Omnath. So every other turn we'll be able to deal them 4. Or if we hit an elemental off it, then that works. But now gaining the life doesn't matter. The mana doesn't matter either. So the only ability that we care about on Omnath is that third one. Just to end the game, you know. Now we fight the clock for this game, technically. That's our only enemy, is we're going to win. We just want to not eat up too much time and start getting aggressive now. Good one. That's a good start for them, but still can't imagine it amounts to anything. Doesn't mean we can't attack with Omnath unless we find something. Sure. Guess they get to bring back Tranquil Thicket, which is annoying. Oh, yeah, that's better. Okay. Yeah, we're not drawing anything. We're still sitting fine, but it is getting more annoying. No great lands to choose. So yeah, we are kind of drying up here. But they're going to have to start renting down our Ren because our Ren will just ultimate next turn. And then we'll just have infinite elementals with Eladamri's Call. So we're going to attack just Ren. So they can't do that play. See if they would like to defend. Okay, then we're going to do the ever-popular Heath. Go. Gain 4. Your turn. So powerful. So much life. That's a magic card. Maybe we're not out of this yet. Maybe I was getting a little too hasty. Arbor Elf, nothing impressive. But, you know, they can pressure Ren in ways. You know, the main way just pinging it. But then they don't get Tranquil Thicket, and then we can ping it back. But it does delay our Eladamri's Call stuff. That's for sure. Yep. Okay, they want to try to kill Omnath. I don't care about that because I will have infinite Omnaths if Ren lives. So this is not a great play unless they also have a Lightning Bolt or another Ren, I guess. Because if you let Ren ultimate, I have all the Eladamri's and Omnaths I need. Yep. I would like to Emblem. I could have gained life there, I suppose, but not really important when I'm at 22. Another Ren. That would be annoying. Yep. All right. What a jerk. They got me good there. Now we just have to draw something? Oh my god. Well, I guess we just go like this. Boink. We are drawing like trash, I must say. But we have so much life advantage that we are still just going to be aggressive. We don't care if we have to take some damage. Maybe our Ren will die, but it's already going to be at such a low loyalty that I think our Eladamri's Call plan is already not looking great. But eventually we'll draw something. Klothys. That's scary. Alright, that's really scary. God, we might lose this game. We had to give up on Yorion, and that was a cost. So if they attack with Seasoned Pyromancer, we're going to snap block, because then they'll lose the ability to block with Klothys. Plus Ragavan is not good right now, so Klothys should be gone, right? Yep, there we go. Okay. So we could ping down this and attack. Sure. Oh, yeah. I guess we can't attack. They do have the Pyromancer. I mean, we can still. They're just going to block. We're pretty much giving up on our Ren anyways. This is a grind. Yep. Alright. Yeah, they got us pretty good with that Omnath block. I could have just kept Omnath alive, and at least we'd be pinging him for 4 every other turn. So maybe that was a little bit of a punt on our part. Because now they can just take Eladamri's Call. Otherwise, we don't care what our graveyard looks like. But then remember, this does come with the drain as well. I'll let them take down Ren. Since we got another one. And yeah, I'll take one. Okay, it's not bad. At least it's something. I'm just gonna bounce this. I guess I could bounce Fury. That's pretty good. Yeah, we'll attack with Fury and then we'll bounce Fury. And then we can clear their board. This has been a wild game one to this video, y'all. But it's been fun. This is a really fun game. It's really fun when you feel like you're in control. We've been starting to slip a little bit, but, you know, we have so many big draws like that. Like, one Teferi here is insane. You know, one Omnath, Eladomri's Call. You know, a lot of good draws. Okay, that should be the last of that card, right? Yep. All right, here we go. I'll take a Fury back. Pretty good. All right, red, 4, 5. The Fury. Okay, 3, 4. Green, red, close enough. Ren, finish that off. We'll play one more land, because YOLO. And we'll say go. They get to drain again. Almost a tie game. Yeah, our graveyard is now useless. We have no instants and sorceries for Ren, so now Ren Ultimate doesn't really matter. Okay, there we go. There's Omnath. Wild game, I must say. All right, Gusher Hands, do it. Okay, there's that for that as well. 1, 2 for mana. Already got all our basics. 3 for a tap land. Deal damage. Get Colossus out of there. That's been annoying. Let's get a land back. And we'll attack. Finally get a Ragavan trigger. Maybe we find something cool. We did not, but it does not matter. They are dead. Yeah, I mean, we ate up a lot of clock. They ate up a lot on theirs too, but we just had more game action. So yeah, you can tell they're trying to fight the clock battle. That's when you just F6 and attack. Don't mess around with Planeswalkers. Kill them. And we'll move on to the next game. All right, so we got to be wary of Blood Moon because that almost took us down. We kind of have all our hate in already for Blood Moon. This is not a deck that's really on my radar. So, you know, naturally I don't have a lot of cards that I'm like slam dunk playing. But Dovin's Vetoes could be good. They might be a little slow as well. But they seem strong. Magus of the Moon's very bad. Endurances are also pretty weak. So it's just a product of getting those cards out to bring something else in. Dress Down could be okay. Shuts down Fury. Kind of Arbor Elf, but that's not amazing. Could see one Emrakul for these crazy games. For the content, we're bringing in an Emrakul, okay? Probably not the strongest card, but I just like Emrakul chilling out there in the bottom right-hand corner. It's comforting, you know? Just makes me think of spaghetti, Independence Day, you know, all kinds of stuff. Okay. Not amazing, but I think I'll try it. Having both duels is pretty lame. But we'll see how much removal they leave in. They probably still leave in a decent amount, realistically. So if they do go Utopia Sprawl, we can just jam Ragavan, because if they go Blood Moon, you know, at least we have another land, plus we already have one basic. Okay. With that being cast, it's still kind of the same. Yeah. We're going to start with this. Withdrawing the other one, that's pretty good, because now we could Flooded Strand, go get that basic Plains. The Island is the one you care least about because it really is only like Teferi and Omnath, but it can be good. Ooh. This could be a turn 2 Chandra. That'd be bad. Or Bloodbraid Elf. All kinds of bad stuff for us here. Could be that and Blood Moon. That'd be good. That's one hell of a turn too, regardless. Clothis, any of that stuff would be good. That's pretty good as well. I've been choked. All right, no more playing islands. Has add one of all types. Okay. Well, although that's a good card, I think I would rather get one of these tap lands into play so that I could abundant growth those if need be. So since this is not an island, we'll do that. Good change from us that being the Bant land to what it is now. I could have played Ragavan if I go get like Sacred Foundry, but I think it's going to be better as a surprise. There's a clock. There is a clock. Okay. I could just use Abundant Growth this. Yeah, let's do that. Then I'll play Ragavan if I find nothing else. But if I find a Fury, that Ragavan is going to the exile zone, I'll tell you that. Unholy Heat. So I could just heat this. That cuts down on 2 bits of mana. And I'm pretty far away from Delirium. Yeah, that seems pretty good. We still got to deal with this, but it's not going to be the hardest. But yeah, let's get this out of there for now. We could block it a few times as well. Their draw is scary because we know they have spells in hand. Yeah, they could be bad ones like that, hopefully. All right, take 6. Chunk. Yeah, I guess just Risen Reef here. Blue, red. A land would be great because then we could go Omnath. Or a Fury would be excellent. A Ren is really bad. Gonna take another chunk here. Another Fury I don't think we can beat. Alright. Our opponent's popping off. Unholy Heat definitely showed off its not as goodness from Lightning Bolt. Alright, I think we need a Fury and we need it now and it still might not be enough. Okay. Omnath into Fury, I guess. There's no other option. All right, red, blue. Yeah, it's like our only out too. Well, I mean, this is why you call shots, right? To get them. Because, yeah, then we're stabilized. You know, because Omnath would trade with the other Fury. But, yeah, Choke got us, even though it hit 1 land. Boom. Down. All right. All right. Their draw was sweet. That was a sweet draw. I'll give them that one. Yeah, still no changes I want to make. We did it. Fury is a heck of a magic card. It's really tough to kill, strangely, just with the choices that I've made. But, I mean, we still have Solitudes and Furies. We just got to draw those. You can prismatic ending for 5 too, with the help of Abundant Growth. I can imagine they're taking out Choke. You know, because although it did technically win them the game, you know, we had so many non-island lands, but we'll see. All right, let's do it. On the play, we should be a lot more advantaged. We have been on the draw both games. And yeah, I'll keep this. This really pressures them to have a Lightning Bolt. It's like, do you have Lightning Bolt? If not, you probably lose the game because it's turn 2 Teferi. You know, I could Prismatic Ending. This land is awkward, though, so maybe I want to get white-red. That kind of shitty. This is just a bad land in comparison to the rest of my hand, but I still think I start with this. All right, they did mulligan. All right. Regavan, your turn. You leave that monkey alone. No lightning bolts allowed. Forest. Don't do it to me. Leave the monkey alone. Okay, good. Utopia's problem, we just get to attack and then Teferi bounce it. Or just Prismatic Ending it. Regardless, we're not going to let them Blood Moon us. Now, I guess now we do got to hope they don't have Fury. Okay. Still think I'm just playing Teferi here. You bounce it. Next turn, it is kind of free for them where they get to cast a 2-drop. But we at least get a Teferi into play. But I think I have to get a duel. I was hoping we'd get something from them that would help us, like a Utopia Sprawl. I still think I kind of want to just get a duel. Because we need lands, you know? I could get plains. I'm going to get a Hollowed Fountain here. Turn 2 Teferi. Bounce. Your turn. Well, we're still not sitting great here. We need help. We needed lands. Like, if they kill Regavan, we just go land go. And, like, they could easily have Lightning Bolt now because they just had basic forests, you know? I'm scared. We could be in trouble. Oh, God, a Wren would be so bad. Oh, thank God. Oh, yes. Yes, kill that Teferi. Okay. We like that. Okay. Now we're probably holding up Dovin's Veto. Or are they going to evoke Fury? Okay. Come on. Alright. Well, now we're just going to try to protect Regavan. I can't Prismatic Ending or anything. Okay, that was insane. That was great. Sweet. All right, no Fury. No Fury. Land Fury would be so bad. But I think, oh no. Okay. Okay. God, this game is a roller coaster. Blood Moon, huh? Well. Gotta counter that one. White, blue, veto. Tapped. You got your sprawls. Okay. Now we should be good, because I think we can drop Omnath now no matter what. Wow, this game was a roller coaster. This match was a roller coaster. I bet they don't attack. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, God. This is going to be sick. So I have to do this. And I think I have to pitch the other Solitude. Green, red, white, blue with Ragavan. Okay. All right. We get to Omnath plus something if we want to. You can have that. See what we hit. Give me a Pillage. Still play that? Pillage. Relic. Okay. Okay, so red, green, white, blue, Omnath. Then I can either just Breeding Pool or this. I think I need a Plains for safety. Here's that. Here's a Plains. Mana. Here's one of these. I guess I could have tapped this differently if I planned on sacking Relic anyways. I don't know if I will sack it for sure. Instead, we'll buy this. Exile a card from your graveyard. And we'll say go. Now, exiling graveyards does mean our Ren gets worse, but, you know, same with theirs. What a wild match. Clothis. Yeah, right when I played your Relic. Get wrecked. Get relicked. Get relicked. Oh, yeah. Just the best Relic of all time. I mean, you better be killing a creature here. Yeah. All right. Okay, maybe we're not sitting the best here. No, we're still fine. Okay, there's another one of those. Okay, so I guess we just go white, red, blue, prismatic ending this. Here's that. Untap this. Play this. Gain some life. Play Ragavan with the dash. I know it makes more sense here to, you know, deal 2 to Ren and then 4 to face, but the Ragavan trigger means more. In case we want to play things like that. Yeah, sure. I think we've played more creatures from our opponent's deck than our opponent has played. Fury still gets him back into this. Ish. That was one of the sweetest matches I've played in a while. Wow, that was cool. And 10. So, all right, let's play at least one more. All right, let's play one more match here since that first one was so long. And such a sweet match. But, all right. So, I would like to pick Yorion. Do you have a companion? Ew. What a bad hand. I'll mulligan. Okay. I think I'll keep. And now it's a question of how good do we think Magus is? You know, that's really all it's about. Because we could go, you know, basic, abundant growth it. Overall, though, it's not that great of a card. We're probably going to be kicking ourselves later for doing this. All right, Wooded Foothills is the worst fetch land, so always use that one if you're just getting a basic forest. Okay, and then we'll say go. Now we can Eladamri's call for it if it is a matchup that calls for it. Which it might be if this is like Blue-White Affinity. Oh, Blue-White Hammer. Okay. I think I'm just gonna deal with this Sigarda's Aid. There is a chance that I want to Eladamri's Call for Omnath. Yeah. I think I will do that. Maybe just to pitch with Fury, but we'll see. Zagiva. Okay. This could be problematic, to be honest. Maybe we have to get Solitude just to be safe. Because they can hammer this up. Guess I could just deal with Giver. Maybe I'm gonna regret my decisions. I'm gonna go Solitude. It's a little safer. And now we hope to draw a land. Well, no such luck. So instead, we will go Prismatic Ending on this. And then we'll see if they strap up the hammer. They didn't have it. And then I will go Prismatic Ending on this. We wanted a land. We got 2 answers. Not the worst, but now we really want this Risen Reef and we want to hit something good. Dress Down's going to be awesome against this, though. Okay, bang. We needed that. All right, so let's just go with a forest. Better get some red lands just in case. Green, blue, Risen Reef. Drawing a white card would make me feel comfortable. Nope. All right, so now we might just have to Reef next turn. But honestly, they know we have Solitude, so they might not go for it. And then just Reef into either a white or a red card, or we can always buy your in and Solitude that way, but then we can kind of combo off, essentially. Uh-oh. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yup. Mm-hmm. Guess I'll chump block. Yeah, that's problematic. Now if we deal with this, though... Well, if they re-equip, this dies. That's good. Okay. Bang! Okay, that was pretty important. So, blue, green... Risen Reef. Teferi. Okay, Teferi's not the best. I think we just deal with this now. So they can't do any equipping. Get that out of there. Did not want to land. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Hopefully we don't have to chump block again, but we're trying to string together some of these. Top decking the white source was giving us hope. Yep. Don't do it again to me. Come on. Well, we have to chump block again. All right. Now at least we can cast Fury. Oh, they did re-equip this time. That's bad for us. Well, I guess now we have one choice, and that is to say go with a Solitude and then block. Okay. We're not out of it yet, but this is, of course, not going well. Okay. Yep. So we have to Solitude that for sure. Oops. Give them a bunch of life. That's going to go down to a 4/4. And then I can block this. Okay. Okay, so if I take 1 from here, I go down to 2. Solitude this, block this. I go up to 5, take 4. Sweet. I like that. Yep. And then I can Fury away some other stuff. We might actually still win this game, which would be kind of crazy, considering we stumbled quite a bit. What? Aww. And us flying now? Oh, son of a biscuit. Alright, we're dead. Alright. Well, this is a good matchup for us at least, and we get to test out Dress Down. Nice. They're not going to be expecting it too. Could bring in Chalice, but I don't think it's actually worth it. So I think that's probably all I do. Take out Endurances and maybe like 1 Ephemerate. Could take out 1 Ragavan, I suppose. Yeah, I like it. Alright, Dress Down. I'd love to end this video with just showing off our new tech, you know? New tech, new tech. Yeah, Ephemerate on Fury and stuff is very good, so we don't want to mess around with that. Well, our opponent was playing around Solitude, but then realized they didn't have to, so our opponent knows what's up. Knows what is up. Okay. Give me a good one. We take those. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, so we'll go like this. We'll say go. We'll go get Jetmir. Yeah, maybe we actually get the Teamer one this time. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Alright, we will get Jetmir. Showcase that new land. Alright, then I guess blue-green. Blue-green. Red. Green. Ren. Land for me, please. And pass to you. Alright, what's your follow-up? Okay. That's, of course, scary because we could die out of nowhere. Yup. Okay. Okay, now we can't die out of nowhere, but we do gotta play Teferi on something here. It's gotta just be Sigarda's Aid, because then they couldn't kill us next turn anyways. Guess I don't have to if they go for it. They go animate, land, equip. Yeah, we're not gonna risk it. Bounce that. Put this into my hand and say go. We'll probably do some refin next turn. Yeah, don't think I care about that because I have the other one. Yep. Might just play Teferi again then. Mm-hmm. Blue. All right, that was a good draw. So now we go Teferi. Bounce Urza's Saga. Play a fetch land. Get white, green. Prismatic Ending Sigarda's Aid. Tick up on this. And then say go. Now next turn we can go Omnath into Risen Reef. There's a chance we Solitude here. Feels pretty bad, though. All we gotta do is Ultimate Ren at this point now, so maybe it isn't bad. Alright. Let's get it out of there. Land destruction, land destruction, land destruction. Okay, there's another one of those. No zero drop? Good, 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 good. Alright, tick this up. Let's play a Risen Reef. Blue, green, Reef. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We'll tick this up on the land. Play this to get blue, and then say go. Probably won't dress down this turn, but it'll be very good. Oh, if they're going to try to use this for the drum, then we will for sure do it. Oh, this would be sweet. Yes, yes. Dress down. Dress them down. And then we have infinite prismatic endings. Take that. People don't expect dress down. I'm telling you, I think it's a good card. All right. Final game of the stream. Let's see if Dress Down can pull through or if we have to settle for a 1-1. I want a 2-0. All right, Happy Sandwich. I hope we're the Happy Sandwich after this. All right, I would like to select the bird. Okay, that's a good hand. It's a great hand. We like. Turn 1 ending, turn 2 Ren, turn 3 Teferi. Not much more you could ask for. All right, so we're going to go with white-blue. Wait, white-blue doesn't cast our cards, so we have to go with white-red is our only option, but that's fine. White-red. Ending. Hush, little bringer, don't say a word. I don't give a crap about that card for now. Because it doesn't completely shut down Omnath. It's good, don't get me wrong, but sure. All right, I have to bounce this. All right, blue, blue, white. Blue, green is actually better here, I think. So we can't let them start to pop off. Teferi. Bouncy. Tick up. Your go. Hushbringer kills Teferi. Which is not cool, but not much we can do. No. So I think it's still just... I guess we can start with Abundant Growth. Maybe we hit something cool. Nope. White, blue... I guess we're not going to be able to return a land right now, but that's okay. Yeah. That does suck. I wish I did it the other way around in hindsight. Yeah, we could be in trouble now. Okay, at least they don't have that follow-up. Now we just got to ultimate Ren. You know, that's really what we got to do. White, red, blue, green, Omnath. No abilities. Here's this, though. And I guess we can go with mana. Should probably do that. Maybe even just for a cycle. Path, okay. This one to play tapped. This here. Take this up. And we'll say go. I am scared now. I do not like Pure Steel Paladin being on the battlefield. Oh, God. Okay, thank God. Give me a verdict, which isn't in my deck. Okay. Their hand must be really reactive. Elodomri's Call. Oh, wait. That doesn't do much. Because of these. What do I have? I gotta take a peek. Yeah, everything has a come into play ability. So I guess it's just Omnath. Red, green, blue. Not drawing me cards. No! That was so good. Okay. I guess I can't pay for that. Yeah. I could have caverned too. Like, mistakes were made. Yeah, it's a tough deck. It's a tough deck. So, I think I'm actually going to cycle. Try to find something and bring back that cycle land. And say go. Because now we can Elodomri's Call for Omnath and then play that at least. Uh-oh. Here we go. Okay. Not dead on the spot, at least. But not looking good, y'all. Not looking good. Alright, green, white. Alright, white, blue, green. Alright, alright. Man, this card has done some work to us. Could do Magus. No, that doesn't do anything. Here's Omnath. Blue, red, white, green. I mean, I could just play a Solitude. I think I just need to fetch, add some mana, and cycle. Okay. Maybe that helps us just a little bit, and then we'll say go. We're in trouble. The reality chip. Oh no. Well, looks like we're gonna get our 1-1, y'all. Bummer. I mean, God, Hushbringer just really got us, huh? Hushbringer got us good. I can't kill that. Yeah, I'm just gonna take it. I'll try to gain enough life. I don't even know what I can really get. It's gotta be Teferi, right? Boseiju. God, with a Ren, I guess this would have been pretty good, but I can still just blow up the reality chip. No, I can blow up the hammer and then block it. Oh, yes. Okay. So, gain some life. And hope they don't have anything good on top. I guess we can purchase a Yorion. 1, 2, Nope, we cannot. Okay, your go. We can block and then blow it up. That's what we have to do. Okay. Block. Boseiju. The hammer. No! Oh, no! That protects that, doesn't it? Come on! We're doing our best here. Oh, well, now we're dead. What a tilt. Thought we had a nice play. Re-equip, re-equip, re-equip. What a tilter. All right, I guess we got to go like this. Purchase Yorion. Guess we can play it. Do nothing and say go. Tilt. So I guess if we get to Fairy, we can bounce Hushbringer and then pop off. What costs this much mana? Yep. That's going to be tough to beat. Okay, so it has to deal 5 to it, so I would take 10. Yep. We'll take a lot of damage and hope for the best here. All right, we need a Teferi to bounce this, and then hopefully we can combo off in some way. We did not. We did not. Oh, Hushbringer got us so badly, too. Dang it. Dress Down was sweet for one game, but we didn't get to see it dominate game 3, and we'll have to settle for a 1-1 here. So, unfortunately, that's all the time I have today. Otherwise, we'd play another match. But thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I hope you understand why I can't record a bunch of YouTube videos this week since I'm getting ready for the championship. The Streets of New Capenna Championship. But remember, if you want to get my sideboard guide, which does include Blue-White Hammer in there, feel free to join the patron at the family tier or higher. And hopefully you crush a Modern event this weekend. And let me know if you do, of course, with the guide, because that's always fun. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. And we'll see you soon. Not tomorrow, but I'll be back to making a lot of videos shortly here. So like, share, and subscribe this video. I really appreciate it, okay? Peace.